Greetings, my fellow rectangle enjoyers. My name is Jordan, and today I'm going to tell you why the 40% layout is the best of all time. First of all, if your style game is still stuck in 2008 like mine, it's the only form factor small enough to fit in the back of your skinny jeans.
Everything in hardcore is two sizes too small.
When I started in the hobby, I used this chonky lad, but as my degeneracy increased, the size of my keyboard decreased. My weapon of choice is now this Prime Elise, and it's been my daily driver for about a month now. Everybody knows that keyboard size is inversely related to PP size, so 40% was the only logical step. And coming from Alice/Arisu, I knew I wanted to keep the ergonomic tilt between the two halves of the board. I spent a metric butt ton of money on this thing, as I purchased it pre-owned on Mech Market. However, I'm happy to report that I don't regret the decision. Let's chat a little about the learning curve and the question that everyone is asking. Is it hard to learn to type on a 40%? The answer is no. People psych themselves out because they can't imagine a world without number keys, but if you use clicky switches, you probably don't know how to count anyways, but after a couple days, it'll feel natural. Anyone who has the time in their lives to lube and film 87 switches for a TKL has enough time to learn how to use a goddamn layer.
Layers! You get it!
Building the layers in a way that matches your preference and your use case is actually super fun. I've got my alphas on my main layer, and then below that I've got numbers and arrows. Then another layer deep, we've got symbols. And finally, we've got the F keys below that. Access is easy because all I do is hold spacebar for L1, Option for L2, and both together for L3. The amount of desk space this saves me not only allows me to look at all of the mats I've impulse purchased, but also whip out my sick 40 DPI Valorant flick shots without slamming into the right side of my keyboard. However, buying the keycaps will make you want to unalive yourself. There's almost no instance in this universe in which you will find support for not just this 40, but any 40, without buying an additional kit, and if you think you're going to find a compatible kit on Amazon, then you have been smoking more kush than Tommy Chong. Although this is made up for slightly by the fact that this board only uses 2 stabilizers, only 2! At the end of the day, my goal is to live by the rule of cool and use the smallest keyboard while attaching it to the biggest aviator I can find.
Perfectly balanced, this whole thing should be.
So if y'all have a butter stick you want to sell me, hit me up on that Bird app. And if this wasn't enough 40s propaganda for you, head on over to the 40s Discord for more nonsense. And if you're feeling particularly ambitious, just give it a try.